G'day all. Adelaide, South Australia's capital city. A relatively young state, however our history and culture stretches back in time through our First Nations people, an Indigenous culture that is thousands of years old. The city of Adelaide is wrapped in parklands and traversed by the River Torrens. It's these parklands, beside the Adelaide Botanic Gardens, which these grey-headed foxes call home, some estimated 65,000. Seeing the odd one feeding on the spores of the neighbour's palm tree, or catching a glimpse of its silhouette in the moonlight as it travels from one food source to another, or even when at the Adelaide Oval for a day-night cricket match, and the constant stream of flying foxes heading out to the expansive network of the local suburbs is a welcome distraction. I've always known that they were here, but not in these numbers. Here in the parklands, it's a sight to behold, and a sensory overload, as everywhere you look, there are flying foxes. Over time, and with the creation of characters such as vampires, bats have been portrayed as these terrifying, evil, blood-sucking creatures that we all should be afraid of. However, nothing could be further from the truth. You won't be attacked by flying foxes, as they are not aggressive, but I will mention you should never pick up or handle dead or injured flying foxes, just in case you are bitten or scratched. Flying foxes, like all other bats, can carry viruses that can be deadly to humans, so should only be handled by the appropriately trained and immunised person. As you will hear throughout this video, these flying foxes are adept with city living and are not easily scared by human activity, planes flying over, sirens, or even the annual WOMAD festival, which the music can be heard in upcoming clips. Despite the noise, there's a mesmerising sense of anticipation in the air, and watching these majestic creatures going about their daily business seems to soothe and calm, but at the same time leave you in awe and with a feeling of excitement. Referred to as a megabat, the grey-headed flying fox is the largest of any Australian bat species, and you wouldn't know it by the noise and commotion being made during daylight hours, but also nocturnal. Like flocks are to birds, schools are to fish, a large congregation of flying foxes is known as a camp. The flying fox is a relatively newcomer to the state of South Australia, predominantly found in the eastern states. They have reported to arrive in 2010, setting up camp in the Adelaide Parklands. As you can see by their appearance, you can see where it gets its name from, as they definitely have that fox-like look about them. But unlike the fox, these bats do not have tails, with its grey head and well-defined collar around its neck that shines golden orange in the sun. And if you look close enough, you'll notice its claws on its first and second digits. With a wingspan of up to 1 metre, which also doubles as a sleeping bag, and somewhere to stick your head in an effort to keep out the bright lights of the sun. Unlike microbats, flying foxes rely on sight and smell to locate their food source, which includes nectar, pollen and native fruits. Each night, these flying foxes will travel up to 20 kilometres from camp in search of food. Unlike the behaviour in camp, where they are very social and communicate loudly, the search for food is done under stealth. Sometimes, if there's a few in the tree, there might be the odd squabble or squeak. However, more often than not you won't know they're there until the rustle of leaves are heard as they move from one branch to another. It's March and the first month of autumn, but despite the change in seasons, we continue to experience summer conditions with extremely hot days and warm nights, some days above 40 degrees Celsius. It's these conditions where flying foxes struggle the most, with some, especially young ones, fatally succumbing to the extreme heat. With its long stretches of straight waterways, the River Torrens is perfect for flying foxes. To keep cool and also drink, flying foxes will glide just above the water surface, dipping their chest into the water, as seen here. Another sight to be in awe of as they rip through the surface of the water. Dripping wet, they will return to their roosting spot, where they will lick the water off. Then, with the sun setting, it's like the starter's gun has been fired, as the bats begin to scatter in all directions, heading out to a suburb near you, in search of a sustaining meal. Hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, give it a thumbs up, and subscribe if you like to be notified of more nature-based videos. Thanks for watching.